This is the final of the men's 100-meter breaststroke, SB13. Linos, Silva, Boki, Fedina, Musabikov, Bekrik, Salguero and Rousseau. So of Australia going in lane 8. He'll be first to be introduced. The swimmers to be introduced one by one for the respective finals in the final session. So the men's 100-meter breaststroke, SB13. First to be introduced from Australia, Sean Rousseau, a 1:14.32 in the qualifiers for a man who swam in 7 events, failed to medal in London 4 years ago. A backstroke medalist at the last, or 2 of the last 3 World Championships. Gerasimos Linos of Greece goes in lane 1, a 1:14.25. For the Greek swimmer will be swimming from the outside lane. Ivan Salguero Tesa of Spain goes in lane 7. Expect a little cheer for this next swimmer. The 21-year-old in his first event of 3 at the 2016 Paralympic Games, his home Paralympic Games, a Pan American Games champion in this event in Toronto last year. Liam Bekrik started swimming when he was just 3 years old. Swam for his brother's club, a 15-year-old from Adelaide. Ihar Boki, the 22-year-old from Minsk, in his 3rd of 7 events. This is the only event in which he failed to medal in London 4 years ago. Going in lane 5, Firdavsbek Musabikov, the 19-year-old from Andijan, a 1:05.38 in the preliminaries. He goes in lane 5. So there is one man to beat. And that man goes by the name of Oleksiy Fedina, the 28-year-old reigning European champion, reigning world champion, current Paralympic Games champion. He's the world record holder as well. He has completely dominated this event for the last 8 years, and Oleksiy Fedina prepares himself for another gold medal. Can he close it out? Ever closer. Ihar Boki and Musabikov are starting to come, and there's the young talents on the likes of Liam Bekrik to try to snatch gold away from him. Perhaps just a little too much to ask of a few of the competitors, but Boki in particular, for his individual medley prowess, has been working on his breaststroke. He finished 7th in London, did Boki. This is Fedina. But Boki, a 5-time gold medalist in London 4 years ago at his first Paralympic Games. He goes in 3. Linos, Silva, Boki, Fedina, Musabikov, Bekrik, Salguero and Rousseau. Breaststroke event requires a great deal of technical prowess, understanding, and just the smallest adjustments can help tremendously in terms of speed through the water. Different techniques as well, you'll see from the swimmers. Very good start in lane 3 for Ihar Boki, just exploding off the blocks and uses the underwater so well, but alongside him is Oleksiy Fedina, and as he breaks the water, he is in front. Fedina looking quality, Musabekov also putting a little pressure on, and these three swimmers getting away from the remainder of the field. Bekrik, the only swimmer really in touching distance at the moment, as Silva and Linos, Salguero and Russo are being dropped off the pace. Bekrik now being left behind as they edge towards the opening 50.
This is a blistering pace. Fedina the favourite, touching just ahead of Musabekov, and Boki still very much in the race. He's got a strong underwater phase, but coming out from that, it's Fedina who's really powered off the wall, and this is very quick indeed.
Well, he's not too far off his own world record pace here, Oleksiy Fedina. He has one objective, and that is to simply win as many medals as he can. But this is his event. He's got a very shallow stroke and a longer stroke in comparison to his competitors, but it's a burst at the end. He's doubling down at the end. Is Musabekov going to get him on the stroke? He won't, is he? Oh, he did! No, it's a dead heat! Boki claims the bronze. The battle late on here, but a dead heat for gold. So seldom we see dead heats for gold, but Uzbekistan can celebrate. What a burst of pace at the very end from Musabekov. Well, you could argue that Fedina's still not been beaten in over 8 years of competition in this event.
Well,
but
it doesn't get...
he's not the only gold medalist now.
It doesn't get any closer than that.
Memories of that great 100 backstroke in the women's race in Beijing 8 years ago, where Pascoe and Sapiro dead heated for the gold medal. And indeed, at these very games, we've had a dead heat for silver in the men's 100 back, where Makowski of Poland and Snyder of the United States dead heated for that silver. But a dead heat for gold. Boki settles for the bronze. He'll be delighted that a medal event in London that he couldn't find a medal in, he has managed to secure one here, but that finish was something else.
Well, it really didn't look as though he was in with a chance. With that second 50, we just saw Fedina come off the wall and power into the final length, and it looked as though Musabekov was going to be left trailing behind the reigning champion. But that finish, that stroke rate there, he's still not even in the lead until that final meter, and he just dived for the wall. It looked as though Fedina had it, but what a tremendously strong finish that was by Musabekov.
Well, the first to congratulate Fedina is Ihar Boki, but that is a very impressive swim. He's never gone faster than that, Musabekov.